All right, what is up, my brothers? So in this video, I want to talk about this no-fap/semen retention conversation that seems to come up a lot in men's private communities and talks. I was doing a collab last night with a buddy of mine, Moff, from my community on his stereo show, and it popped up more than once. In fact, I think it popped up at least twice, where guys were asking about, hey man, like, what's your opinion on this no-fap? I've seen studies that say that it increases testosterone. I've seen studies that say that you get more motivation and drive and you can get more done, and there's a lot of residual benefits out of it. And before I, basically dispense my experience and wisdom on this, I'm going to say this. Look, the first question that I always ask somebody whenever they tell me to do something, or they've got some advice on an idea that they think is useful because it's going to offer some benefit, I always take a look at their results and I'll ask them, cool, so how's it working out for you, right? So the first thing that you should always do is always try to evaluate that. Just because somebody on a Reddit writes an article about something or cites something, make sure that you get some clarity on how it exactly benefits you and how it works out. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, and again, guys, I don't really care what you do with your time as long as you're getting benefits out of it. But from my experience, so the second guy that popped in, he had read my book and he went through the chapter on managing your endocrine system, and he was really putting a lot of emphasis on that it boosts your testosterone. I've never heard of no-fap until like the last couple of years. I've never heard of semen retention until the last couple of years, and I've traveled in some pretty successful circles in my time. I've got friends that have run 8 and 9 figure businesses. They've had several exits. They've been very successful with those as well. Not one of them has ever attributed their success to retaining semen, to not fapping. But then again, at the same time, as I look around, at my circle of influence and my friends and myself, it's not a conversation piece. I've said this before, guys that are putting a dent in the universe and chasing excellence, I've never heard them talk about no-fap or retaining semen as a strategy to improve the results that they get out of life. It's just nothing that ever comes up. So it's bizarre to me when I hear guys talk about stuff like that, suggesting that it's a better way to live your life. You can take a look at some of the greatest biographies out there. The Everything Store on Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson's Losing My Virginity. These are all billionaires. And not once in the entire biography is retaining semen or no-fap attributed to their success. So in the absence of any evidence, I have some difficulty subscribing to the notion of retaining semen, okay, for any reason whatsoever. The argument of it boosts testosterone and motivation and clarity and getting things done. Well, I'll deal with the boosting testosterone thing in a minute, but the argument of giving you motivation and getting things done, I think we've just completely dismissed now, because there's nobody out there that has ever attributed their success to that I know of, that's made a ton of money, put a dent in the universe, that kind of stuff. Not once. I might be wrong. You guys can discuss in the comments below amongst yourself, but I'll let you guys figure that out. As far as the testosterone part, this is an area that I'm pretty well versed on. I've always been basically jacked and strong my entire life. I didn't start TRT until I was about 43, 44-ish or so. So I've always had high T. I've never done semen retention, ever, once in my entire life. I've always had good access to women in my life, and even when I had access to women in my life, especially my younger years, FAP was a part of the life strategy. When you're a younger man, it's just, whatever. The thing about men that you got to understand is we've been put on this earth to scatter seed, okay? We make millions of sperm every day. You can go and empty, your testicles all day long, and they'll fill up by the next day. So it's not like holding on to, like, your body's designed to slowly, replenish and fill them up. I haven't seen any studies that say that it improves testosterone. Not one. I know that sitting down and talking to a beautiful woman, and they've tested this many, many times, improves your testosterone levels. I know that winning improves your testosterone levels. So if you're part of a sports team and you win the cup, the championship, whatever, everybody on that team after the win has a big spike in testosterone. You close a big deal in your business and you land something that's a big contract, a big customer, whatever, your testosterone boosts then. Losing causes it to drop. So I mean, it's part and parcel of why women are attracted to high testosterone cues, you know, chiseled jaw, muscles, broad shoulders, narrow waist, that sort of stuff is, you know, deep voice, is simply because winning and high testosterone are closely correlated. You know, there's an old saying that I've mentioned many times, maybe you're newer to the channel, you haven't heard it, but women hang out at the finish line and they pick the winners. Well, guess what? You win the race, you win the championship, you got the cup, you've got the highest testosterone levels. So again, I mean, if you've got a study or something, I'm happy to look at it. Shoot me an email. My email is on the about link. But I don't think it's a great use of time. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you know, if you want higher testosterone, if you want to be, you know, more successful in life, all of that's going to be closely correlated to winning and being around women. And of course, you know, if you're talking to women and your testosterone levels boost and all that sort of stuff, you're of course likely going to be intimate with her too. So I don't see the argument for no FAP or semen retention. Maybe there's some old monk something or another that says that it offers benefits. Whatever. You know, I always look at success and the clues that it leaves behind, and I have just not seen a single story or successful entrepreneur that attributes their wealth, their, you know, their billions, the new device that they invented to retaining semen. If you've seen it, you let me know. Anyway, comment below, discuss, like the video. Probably somebody that needs to see this that might be going a little bit overboard with the whole semen retention, no FAP. Like, take things with a grain of salt, guys. And again, before I go, ask yourself, how's that working out for you? Are you getting the results that you're purporting to have gotten, or is it like bragging rights? A lot of guys like to complicate their lives and then justify why. And it's not just guys, by the way, you know, women do this too, but most of my audience is men. Don't overcomplicate your life. Try to keep it as simple as possible. Focus on a purpose. Chase excellence, not women. Allow women to become, you know, a part of your life if they're going to be useful, but don't make it the focus, of course. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.